6 minutes. That's all it took to end DreamDoll Bri's life. And the new evidence shows it wasn't random. You're about to see the last confirmed moments of DreamDoll Bri's life. New evidence just reconstructed her final hours minute by minute. And two details inside this timeline will change how you see her death completely. Bri is 21. She's dancing under string lights, cash raining around her like confetti. Nobody in this footage knows what's coming. You're watching a woman at the peak of her career, hours before it ends. By sunrise, she's gone. Her cousin is gone with her. A second cousin is fighting for his life. And investigators say the car she was riding in wasn't picked at random. Here's what you need to know right now. This case involves two separate fights that night, and neither one involved Bri directly. It involves a car everyone at a gas station watched leave. And it involves a theory about betrayal that her own family is fighting to shut down. You're going to hear directly from witnesses who were there. You're going to see why police believe this car was targeted on purpose. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how a night of celebration turned into a crime scene in under 6 minutes. Subscribe now, because this timeline gets more unsettling with every chapter. Bri leaves the party just after midnight. Her cousin AJ is driving. A second cousin and her hairstylist are in the car. They make one stop before heading home. It should have taken 5 minutes. It didn't. To understand what happens next, you need to see exactly what went wrong at that gas station. The gas station stop starts as nothing. It ends as the reason 3 people get shot. You're about to see why. Witnesses say 2 women who have no connection to Bri start fighting near the pumps. It's old beef, apparently 2 years in the making. Bri isn't part of it. She's standing nearby, holding a wig that got pulled off during the fight. One witness later goes live to explain what really happened. She insists she wasn't angry, that people online are twisting the footage. I was never mad. I was never mad at all. Please stop running with that narrative. She says the clip everyone shared cuts out the context. That single quote matters more than it seems right now. Because here's your first promise delivered. This wasn't random chaos. This was a specific, personal conflict between 2 women, and Bri got caught in the middle of it by accident. Men connected to one side reportedly get pulled into the fight too. It escalates fast, then breaks apart just as fast. Bri's group thinks it's over. They get back in the car. They drop the hairstylist off first. Then they keep driving in a bright green Lamborghini, the exact car everyone at that gas station just watched leave. That detail is about to matter more than anyone in that car could imagine. Because somebody followed them. Not randomly, not by accident. Investigators later confirm this specific vehicle was targeted. Someone tracked it from that gas station, through the streets, toward a quiet residential block. Bri has no idea. She's just riding home with family, hours after the best night of her recent career. What happens next unfolds in under 2 minutes on a residential street in Miramar. It's 5:30 in the morning. The 2,700 block of Sunshine Boulevard is quiet. That's about to change forever. A neighbor is asleep when the shots start. It definitely is scary, especially for the fact that all the neighbors here have been the same neighbors for the last at least 10 years. She says whoever did this could easily be someone from the area. Here's your second promise, delivered right now. The reconstructed timeline shows this wasn't a drive-by in the traditional sense. This was a pursuit. A car pulls up beside the Lamborghini. Gunfire erupts without warning. The Lamborghini keeps moving for almost a full block before crashing through a stop sign into someone's front yard. Police arrive within minutes. A shot spotter alert already triggered before they even got the call. Investigators piece together exactly what they find at the scene. 3 victims, all shot. A car riddled with bullet holes. A residential yard turned into evidence markers overnight. A neighborhood that's never seen anything like this. A community demanding answers before the sun fully rises. All three victims are rushed to Memorial Regional Hospital in critical condition. Bri doesn't survive. A police spokesperson later addresses what happened. Certainly, they targeted this particular car for some reason. We're trying to figure out why. That's the question this entire case hinges on. Why this car? Why these three people? Was it random rage from the gas station fight? Or something more calculated? You're about to hear two competing answers. One points to someone Bri trusted. The other points to nothing more than wrong place, wrong time. Do you think the shooter knew exactly who was inside that car, or grabbed the nearest target connected to the fight? Online, a theory spreads within hours, and it puts blame on someone who was supposed to be Bri's friend. Within hours of Bri's death, a theory explodes online. Some of her friends claim her hairstylist set her up. They point to one detail. She was dropped off right before the shooting happened. It sounds convincing until you hear the counter-account. According to people close to the situation, the hairstylist had nothing to do with it. Their version says the shooter simply followed the car after she'd already left. Bri and her cousins weren't set up. They were caught in someone else's unfinished conflict. Bri's family rejects an even darker rumor circulating online, that she was targeted for flaunting cash at the party. One relative posts publicly that the story doesn't add up at all. If this timeline is changing how you see this case, subscribe now, because the next update drops the moment anything new gets confirmed. This isn't the first time Bri's circle has grieved a loss like this. Less than a year earlier, a close friend of hers was killed during a separate, unrelated incident. Bri had honored her publicly, wearing her picture on a shirt. After Bri's death, that friend's father posts his own video. I just want to reach out and send condolences to Bri, the family, her friends. He says watching someone connected to his own family become the center of online speculation is its own kind of pain. Even the people closest to this case can't agree on every detail. And that disagreement is exactly why it's still open. Do you believe the hairstylist theory, or do you think this was always about that fight at the gas station? Here's where the case stands right now, and why nobody's calling it closed. Here's what's confirmed. Bri wasn't involved in either fight that night. The car she was riding in was deliberately targeted. 3 people got shot over a conflict that had nothing to do with them. Here's what's still unknown. Who pulled the trigger? Whether they wanted this specific car or just the nearest target connected to the fight. Whether the hairstylist theory holds any truth at all. Miramar police confirm the investigation remains open. No arrests have been announced. You've just watched a full night collapse into 6 minutes of violence, a celebration, a stranger's fight, a pursuit, a shooting that took an innocent life. Bri never touched either fight that started this. She still paid the highest price anyone can pay. Subscribe now, so you don't miss the moment this case finally gets answered. Cases like this rarely close quickly. Sometimes they don't close at all. What you do know is this: violence doesn't always find its intended target. Sometimes it just finds whoever happens to be in the car. If you had to guess right now, does this case ever get solved, or does it stay open forever?